Ever amazed what it takes to achieve the impossible? Kamala Harris, the first woman and the first person of Black and South Asian descent to become Vice President of the United States, knows the answer. Her journey wasn't easy. It was a relentless climb against the odds. Born to immigrant parents in Oakland, California, Kamala grew up facing racial and gender discrimination. Yet, from an early age, she was taught that hard work could overcome any obstacle. This belief drove her to excel, from Howard University to the tough world of law. But Kamala's rise wasn't without challenges. Each step forward came with opposition and setbacks, yet she turned every obstacle into an opportunity. Her story isn't just about personal success, it's a testament to the power of perseverance. Let's take a look together at how Kamala Harris defied the odds, turning challenges into stepping stones on her path to becoming a political powerhouse. Kamala Harris's journey begins with a rich cultural heritage. Born on October 20th, 1964, in Oakland, California, to immigrant parents, an Indian mother, Shamala Gopalan, a breast cancer researcher, and a Jamaican father, Donald Harris, an economics professor. This blend of cultures gave Kamala a unique worldview that would shape her path ahead. Growing up during the civil rights movement in Berkeley, Kamala was immersed in activism from an early age. Her parents were deeply involved in the fight for equality, often bringing Kamala and her sister to protests. These experiences ignited a passion for justice in Kamala, setting the stage for her future career. The challenges of navigating her identity in a predominantly white society only fueled her determination to break barriers. Education became Kamala's avenue for empowerment. Attending Howard University, a historically Black university, she majored in political science and economics, honing her leadership skills and deepening her commitment to public service. Howard wasn't just a school, it was a launching pad for her aspirations, solidifying her identity and drive. After earning her law degree from UC Hastings, Kamala was ready to take on the world. But her journey was just beginning, and the legal field would be where she first made her mark. Kamala Harris's legal journey began in the early 1990s when she joined the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. As a deputy district attorney, she quickly gained a reputation for her relentless pursuit of justice in cases of robbery, homicide, and sexual assault. Despite being one of the few women of color in a predominantly male field, Harris faced racial and gender biases head-on, using them as fuel to prove her worth. One of her early defining moments came with a high-profile domestic violence case, where her dedication led to a crucial conviction. This success solidified her standing and highlighted her commitment to protecting the vulnerable. In 1998, Harris's rising reputation earned her a position in the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, where she led the Career Criminal Unit. Here, she balanced tough sentencing with a belief in rehabilitation, further honing her skills as a formidable prosecutor. By the late 1990s, Harris was not just building a career, she was laying the foundation for her future in public service. But her ambitions didn't stop there. Kamala Harris's entry into politics was driven by her passion for justice and a desire to create change on a larger scale. After years as a prosecutor, she saw the flaws in the criminal justice system and knew that reform was needed. In 2003, she took a bold step by running for District Attorney of San Francisco, challenging the two-term incumbent Terrence Hallinan. Despite being an underdog with limited resources, Harris's message of smart, effective justice resonated with voters. Her stance on the death penalty became a defining issue of her campaign. Despite facing criticism for her refusal to seek the death penalty, even in high-profile cases, Harris stood firm, arguing for a justice system focused on rehabilitation. This unwavering commitment to her principles earned her respect and, ultimately, victory. Her win was historic, making her the first woman, African American, and South Asian American to hold the office. Once in office, Harris quickly implemented innovative programs like Back on Track, aimed at reducing recidivism through education and job training. Her early success in politics not only solidified her reputation, but also set the stage for her rise to higher office. Kamala Harris's ascent gained momentum when she became California's Attorney General, a role she pursued despite fierce opposition. Her campaign focused on justice, transparency, and protecting the vulnerable, resonating deeply with voters. Once elected, Harris made history as the first woman, African American, and South Asian to hold the office, immediately taking on the state's biggest challenges. Her boldest move was confronting big banks during the foreclosure crisis, securing a $20 billion settlement for struggling homeowners, a victory that showcased her fearlessness and skill in high-stakes negotiation. Harris also championed criminal justice reform, introducing initiatives like the Back on Track program, which helped nonviolent offenders rebuild their lives through job training and education. Her approach was both tough and compassionate, earning her national recognition as a progressive leader willing to fight for change. Not without controversy, Harris faced criticism for some of her decisions, such as her cautious stance on investigating police shootings. Despite this, she remained unwavering in her commitment to balance justice with public safety, further solidifying her position as a rising star. By 2017, Harris had established herself as a formidable force in politics, paving the way for her successful Senate run. But the story doesn't end there. Her journey to the U.S. Senate would bring new challenges and victories, setting the stage for her historic vice presidential bid. Kamala Harris's path to the U.S. Senate was a pivotal moment in her political rise. In 2016, with California's Senate seat open, Harris launched a campaign that captured the attention of voters across the state. Her platform focused on social justice, economic equality, and criminal justice reform resonated deeply, especially with progressive voters. Leveraging her experience as California's Attorney General, she addressed critical issues like healthcare access and immigrant rights, building a broad coalition of support. Despite fierce competition and attacks on her record, Harris remained steadfast, connecting with voters through town halls and grassroots efforts. Her ability to articulate a clear vision for change set her apart, leading to a historic victory as the second Black woman and first South Asian American elected to the U.S. Senate. In Washington, she quickly became known for her sharp questioning and strong advocacy on key issues, solidifying her reputation as a formidable political figure. Kamala Harris's ascent to the vice presidency was marked by strategic moves and an unyielding commitment to justice. In the Senate, her sharp questioning during confirmation hearings earned her national recognition as a fearless leader willing to challenge power. This reputation set the stage for her selection as Joe Biden's running mate in the 2020 election, a choice that carried both political weight and historic significance. The campaign, shaped by the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, demanded adaptability. Harris embraced virtual platforms, connecting with voters on critical issues like healthcare, racial justice, and economic recovery. Despite facing intense scrutiny and personal attacks, she remained focused and resilient, proving her readiness for the national stage. Harris's victory broke multiple barriers, making her the first female, Black, and South Asian vice president. Her journey to this historic achievement not only highlighted her political acumen, but also inspired millions across the nation. As she stepped into the role of vice president, Harris continued her fight for justice and equality. But her journey was far from over. What came next would test her resolve and define her legacy even further. How would she navigate the challenges that awaited her in the White House? Stay tuned to discover the next chapter in Kamala Harris's remarkable story. Kamala Harris's ascent to the vice presidency is a historic breakthrough, shattering multiple glass ceilings as the first woman, Black woman, and person of South Asian descent to hold this office. Her journey serves as a powerful symbol for millions, particularly women and people of color, proving that long-standing barriers can be broken. Harris's impact goes beyond politics. It redefines what's possible in America. In office, she's championed crucial issues like racial justice, healthcare equity, and economic reform, making a significant mark during the COVID-19 pandemic by advocating for fair vaccine distribution. Her leadership in the national conversation on police reform highlights her commitment to accountability and systemic change. Culturally, Harris's presence has inspired a new generation of leaders, particularly women of color, to pursue public service. Her success story is now a vital part of America's progress narrative, motivating diverse candidates nationwide to seek office and drive change. Despite facing constant scrutiny and bias, Harris remains resilient, navigating challenges with determination. Her influence will continue to shape the political landscape, regardless of future roles, leaving a lasting legacy that will inspire generations to come. Kamala Harris's rise to the vice presidency is a powerful example of perseverance and breaking barriers. From her roots in a multicultural family to her historic role in the White House, Harris has shown that resilience can overcome any challenge. Her journey inspires us to believe that no dream is too big. If her story moved you, Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.